Managing money may seem straightforward. You work hard, pay your bills, and assume everything's fine. But sometimes, financial habits slip under the radar, and without realizing it, you may be bad with money. It's easy to think you're managing well, but certain behaviors could be signaling bigger issues. In today's video, we'll dive into the top 5 signs you are bad with money without realizing it. These signs could be preventing you from reaching your financial goals or even creating long-term stress. By recognizing these habits, you can take steps to turn things around. Let's explore these key signs and how you can fix them. 1. You don't track your spending. When was the last time you took a hard look at your bank statement? If you can't remember, that's a red flag. A common sign that you're bad with money is avoiding tracking your spending. Sure, you pay your bills and you buy the essentials, but have you ever stopped to think about where the rest of your money is going? If you're not keeping track, it's easy to overspend on small, unnecessary things. Without tracking, it's like driving without a map. You have no idea if you're heading in the right direction. Those small, seemingly insignificant purchases can quickly add up to a substantial amount. A coffee here, a quick snack there, or a random online purchase. It all piles up and leaves you wondering where the money went. The truth is, most people don't realize how much they're spending until they actually track it. Tracking your expenses doesn't need to be complicated. It could be as simple as writing down each purchase or using a budgeting app that connects to your bank account and automatically categorizes your expenses. By tracking your spending, you can see where you're wasting money, spot patterns in your habits, and make adjustments before it spirals out of control. This might seem tedious at first, but it's an investment in your financial future. If you're not tracking your expenses, it's time to start. It's a small effort that can have a huge impact on your financial health, giving you control over where your money really goes. 2. You live paycheck to paycheck. Do you find yourself constantly waiting for payday to come around? If you're living paycheck to paycheck, it's a clear sign that your finances need attention. While you might think that everything is under control because you're getting by, this cycle doesn't leave any room for savings or unexpected expenses. Without a cushion, you're always just one setback away from financial stress, leaving you feeling like you're treading water without making progress. Living paycheck to paycheck means that there's no safety net. If an emergency comes up, whether it's a car repair, medical bill, or an urgent home repair, you might find yourself relying on credit cards or loans to cover the costs. This creates a dangerous cycle of debt that can be hard to break. Not only do you face high-interest charges, but you also add unnecessary pressure to your already tight budget, making it harder to catch up. Over time, this can lead to mounting debt and stress. Without savings, you're living in constant financial survival mode, unable to breathe easy or make long-term plans. But breaking the cycle is possible. It's crucial to start building an emergency fund, even if it's just a small amount each month. The goal is to gradually set aside money that will cover at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses. This way, you can break free from the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle and begin to build a more secure financial future. Once you've saved enough to cover unexpected costs, you'll have the freedom to focus on larger financial goals, like saving for retirement, purchasing a home, or investing in your future. 3. You make impulse purchases. How often do you find yourself buying things on a whim? Whether it's clothes, gadgets, or even a snack at the checkout, impulse buying can add up quickly and hurt your finances. These small purchases may not seem like a big deal at first, but when they become a habit, they can drain your savings. Every time you swipe your card without thinking, you're chipping away at your financial security, and before you know it, your bank account is thinner than expected. Impulsive buying is a sign that you're not fully in control of your financial habits. If you constantly give in to temptation, your budget can go out the window. The problem is that these purchases can become so habitual that you don't even notice the impact they're having on your overall finances. It's easy to justify buying something just because, but over time, these habits lead to financial regret and unexpected debt that could have been avoided. The key to breaking this habit is practicing mindfulness before you buy anything. Ask yourself, do I really need this, or can I wait until next month to buy it? Delaying gratification, even for a few hours or days, can help you make smarter purchasing decisions. By stopping to think before you purchase, you can avoid unnecessary spending and redirect that money towards something more meaningful, like building your savings, paying off debt, or investing in long-term goals that will ensure your financial stability. 4. You use credit cards to cover everyday expenses. Credit cards can be a helpful financial tool, but when you're using them to cover everyday expenses, you're walking a dangerous line. Racking up credit card debt on things like groceries, gas, or even dining out can quickly spiral out of control. What starts as small, manageable charges can quickly build into a mountain of debt that feels impossible to climb. The problem comes when you're only paying the minimum payment each month. The high interest rates on credit cards can make it difficult to ever fully pay off your balance, as your debt grows faster than you can pay it down. Each month, the interest keeps adding to your balance, and it becomes harder and harder to catch up. Using credit cards for daily expenses often means you're living beyond your means. It's essential to take a step back and look at your overall financial situation. Constantly relying on credit for non-essential purchases indicates that you're not truly in control of your money. To regain control, start by creating a budget that clearly defines your income, expenses, and savings goals. Use credit cards only for emergencies or planned purchases that you can pay off in full by the end of the month. This way, you avoid the trap of accumulating high-interest debt. If you don't get this under control, you could face a long and stressful financial struggle. Developing better spending habits now will protect you from a future filled with financial uncertainty. 5. You don't have any savings. Not having any savings, whether it's an emergency fund, retirement savings, or even a savings account for specific goals, is a serious red flag. Without savings, you're at risk of falling into debt whenever life throws a curveball, like an unexpected bill or job loss. It's not a matter of if an emergency will happen, but when. Without the cushion of savings, a simple setback can send you spiraling into financial chaos. Even small, routine challenges like car repairs or medical expenses can become unmanageable if you don't have the funds to cover them. It also means you're not planning for the future. If you're not saving, you're living in the present with no regard for what comes next. You're stuck in the here and now, with no plan for long-term security. This short-sightedness can lead to bigger problems down the line, especially when it comes time to retire. Waiting until later to start saving makes it harder to build the nest egg you need. Building savings is essential to having financial stability and peace of mind. It doesn't matter how much you can save at first, what matters is getting started. The key is consistency. Set aside a small amount each month, and gradually increase it as you get more comfortable with your finances. Whether it's saving for an emergency fund, a vacation, or retirement, having savings will give you a sense of control over your financial future. It's the first step to financial independence and freedom from debt. So, there you have it, the top 5 signs you are bad with money without realizing it. These habits may seem small, but over time, they can snowball into bigger financial problems. It's important to recognize these signs early so that you can make the necessary changes before it's too late. Start tracking your spending, break the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, and make saving a priority. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on managing your money and improving your financial habits. Let me know in the comments below which of these signs you've recognized in your own life. I'll see you in the next video.